How's it going there, YouTubers? Danielle here. Friday, June 1st. Looks like it's going to rain today, but it may hold off. This is Maya, who wants me to throw the volley, but I'll do that in a minute. We're going to do something else today. I'm going to show you how to recycle that that bucket of paper clay the little bits and pieces that I showed you last time. Okay, so I'll just throw the volley for her, and I'll move back in the studio, and we'll get at it. Okay, Alright, so last time we left off, I showed you how to make some slip, and here's that thing that's just solid now and bonded. I'm just going to chuck that in the bucket, like that, like that. And I'm going to show you this bucket of just little bits and pieces. So what I'm going to do, I'll go in the house and get some hot water, and I'll just cover the whole thing with hot water, and I'm going to leave it soaked for about an hour, and hopefully it's going to break down. And then we'll go down to the kiln room, and I'll show you how to recycle it. Okay, so I got this on the chair here, and I got a bucket of real hot water. The hot water is just going to help it break down a little bit faster than cold water. So I'm just going to cover it over here. Just like that. And I'm going to leave it for about an hour. Whoops. And then I'll come back to it. And by that time, it should have been broken down into just mush, essentially slip. Okay, so I'll be back. Okay, I gotta crouch so I don't have to move the camera. We're down here in the kiln room. You can see the kiln over there in the corner. Got a big canvas table here, and in the foreground is a big plaster slab. It's probably about a foot thick, but in order to do this, you don't need a big slab like this. You can make your own out of something smaller, but I'll get to that in a minute. All right, so I have this bucket here. That's it wasn't even an hour that it took it to break down. So I'll just, if you can see that goop there, I mean, there's your slip, right? Okay. If I put my fingers in here, I would say there's about 3 inches of water till I get down to, maybe even 4 inches of water till I get down to the paper clay goop. So what I'm going to do, on the floor here, I got a bucket, and I've got a little piece of hose. So what I'm going to do is create a siphon that I can siphon off some of the water so that we're just left with a lot of paper clay goop and not a whole lot of water. So, alright, so I'm just going to pour some water into this hose till it comes out the other end. Okay, there we go. Alright, so we got water at both ends. So now, what I'll do is I'll just dump one end into the clay and just let this water siphon out. Oh shit. Well, it may take another try or two. Alright, now you can see I got just a whole bunch of goop. So I'm just going to put the whole works onto this plaster slab. So if you need some paper clay slip, you know, now's the time to grab it and put it in a container with a tight fitting lid. And you can use that for your glue. But I'm just going to spread this out as thin as I can. And what's going to happen here is all the excess water is going to suck down into into that plaster slab. And I'll have to leave it for, I don't know, maybe an hour, maybe a little bit less. And then it'll be workable again. Okay, so here's a rinse here. Okay, so I'm just going to crouch again so that I don't have to reposition the camera. If you want to make a plaster slab like this, you just get a sheet of plywood and some 2x2s or whatever kind of wood you got kicking about, and knock a little frame together. And then get some plaster. You can either use pottery plaster or I like Ultracal 30 because it's a lot stronger than pottery plaster, but the decision's yours. Either way works. So get yourself some pottery plaster or Ultracal 30 and mix up a great big whack of it, and then pour it into your frame, and whatever size is workable for you. 18 by 24 is kind of a standard drawing board size or whatever, but whatever's going to work for you. This piece, this slab here, I guess it's about 2 feet by 4 feet. But that's overkill. I mean, the guy that I bought the place from was a production potter. They did raku and all kinds of stuff here, so it was useful for him to have a big slab like this. So yeah, so anyway, alright, I'm just going to leave this for a while. I can see that it's already, yeah, I mean, even at this stage of the game, it's already turning back into clay. Wow, okay, that didn't take very long at all. I just went upstairs and composed an email and sent it off, and this is all ready to rework. I'm just going to zoom in on it a little bit. A little bit more. Oops, wrong way. Yeah, so you can see that all the sheen is off of it, and all the moisture has been absorbed. So if I get a corner of it, it's still a little bit goopy, but that's fine. If I get a corner of it, I should be able to start peeling it up, eh? Well, honestly, I could leave it a little bit longer, but... Okay, back again. That's about the 4th time down this driveway, so let's just see if it's any better now. Oh yeah. Can you see that? I'm able to pick it up and just kind of roll it off. I mean, I could wait a little longer, but that driveway is murder. It's so steep. The firewood guy, unless he's got a 4-wheel drive, he's not going to get up that driveway. So, alright, anyway, yeah, so, okay, so, here we go. I'm just going to... see, if I wasn't so impatient and I waited another little while, it would pick up pretty easy, but I mean, it's still, yeah, it's not bad, eh? I'm going to get out of the shadow here. So I'm just rolling it off that plaster slab and letting the clay pick itself up. Come on, don't make me look stupid here. Maya's here. Come on, once I get it started. Oh, okay. See, there it goes. There. Pick up all them little bits and pieces. Get out of there. My doggy's hovering around the tripod, and I sure as hell don't want her to knock over the camera, or that would be the end of YouTube videos, and that would never do. Okay. Alright, so now I'm just gonna move the camera over to the canvas table. Okay, so I'm just gonna wedge this just like any other clay. It's actually pretty solid already. There you go. And so you got some nice buttery clay that you can work all over again. So I guess that's going to be about it for this video. I haven't got the, what do you call it, the screen turned around so I can't see. But yeah, so that's easy peasy. You can just keep working this clay, roll it out into slabs, or do whatever you want with it, and it's going to be just as viable as fresh paper clay out of the bag. Okay, so that's about it for this one. Danielle Bluestone signing off. Have a good weekend. Ciao.